1, 2, 3, 4. All right, welcome back to Country and Cold Cans. I'm Logan sitting here with Trucker Andy and Kyle. Be sure to give us 5 stars and a great review on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Amazon. In the description, there's a link that says click here to leave us a voicemail. Let us know any thoughts you have, any questions, or any comments. We'll play it on the show, and we will respond in kind. Check out the website, countryandcoldcans.com, for blog content and merch. We got the brand new Country and Cold Cans 24 hats and T-shirts that are available. I'm wearing it right now, or just the old school Country and Cold Cans hats. Got those, and Andy's wearing one of them right now. So countryandcoldcans.com/shop. All right. It's on the rundown we have today. We're going to be going over our 5 artists that we think people need to know, and as well as playing a new segment called Judge a Book by Its Cover. But before we get into that, Andy, Riley Green's releasing a new song. I know you're excited about it.
Yep. It's the same song he's already released. He's got Different Round Here coming out again. It's not different around here. It's just got Luke Combs on it this time.
He's got a feature. That album was like 2 albums ago, too.
It's time for some new ones.
Plus like 4 EPs with the same song on it.
Yeah. Not that he has done that before or anything.
No.
I'm curious. I really am curious as to whose decision this is, because I know a lot of times like the label decides when to release stuff, what songs get released as singles. So I'm curious, is this his decision or is it the label's decision? And this one I could see it being his because it's a duet with Luke, but I don't know. I'm curious.
I didn't know about this till Andy brought it up prior to the show. And when he said they were releasing a song he's already done before, I was like, maybe there's a chance he dips back in the old well of his good stuff. Really good stuff. No, we're just going to play different around here. And we're going to have a Luke Combs feature, which I don't care.
Smart for the streaming game.
I don't care.
I mean, I don't really care about like listening to the redone version myself either. And I'm a Riley Green fan, but I'm with you. I don't really care about listening to a remix with Luke Combs featured on it. It's like, it's kind of whatever to me. I'm more interested in hearing him releasing a new album than redoing the song.
Make new shit.
Pretty much. That should be, we should put that on a t-shirt for Kyle. Make new shit 24.
This is coming from the guy who, before this podcast, listened to the same music for 20 years. So I guess I'm slightly hypocritical in that way.
Or you could say it's personal growth and evolution. It's how you frame it.
Yeah. Thank you for giving me an optimistic outlook. Me and Andy have been quite negative here recently.
I've always been that way.
Well, yeah.
I mean,
that's nothing new.
I can be my fair share of negative at times myself.
Oh, okay. I just felt like I was having a mild stroke because my screen went all white.
Oh yeah. I shared the screen on the guys, and everything changed on it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, but Riley Green, new song tomorrow. Not really a new song, but second release of a song featuring Luke Combs. All right, let's move into a brand new segment we're going to call Judge a Book by Its Cover. You know, they always say don't judge a book by its cover, but let's be honest. We all judge books by its cover in real life and in terms of music. You look at the artist that released it, you look at the song title, and you kind of have an idea of whether or not you're going to like it or not. Sometimes you're wrong, and sometimes you end up liking it, but a lot of times you're right. So what we're going to do is we're going to the new Music Friday country list on Spotify. We're going to go through the first 10 or 11 and see who the artist is, what the song title is, and play the first 5 seconds. And then we're going to give our thoughts on whether or not we think we're going to like the song.
I say we give our thoughts based on the title. Yeah. We should like do it like based off the title and then after the first 5 seconds.
Yeah, so like
see if it stands.
Give the title, give our thoughts, play 5 seconds, see if we are open to changing our mind. But yeah, this is first time we're doing this. Go ahead.
The other additional thing I look at is, my God, this song is over 5 minutes long. That's something that I myself look at, is the length. A song should be the longer half of 2 minutes, but should be less than 4.
You're just like a radio exec.
No, I mean, look, 80s rock, they have 10-minute songs, and 7 minutes of it is guitar and instrumental solos for all 12 members of the band.
80s music didn't end either. It just faded out.
Yeah. Somebody in the studio was eventually like, all right, we got to shut this down.
Yeah.
But I get kind of overwhelmed when I see very long songs. Who was that dude? Who was the dude that Andy, the song about the train murdering people? That was like 12 minutes long.
Yeah.
Josh Malloy.
Josh Malloy.
I like Josh Malloy a lot.
But that song is entirely too long.
Way too long.
Yes.
But then again, as much as we like to lament it, Kyle, I guess we are part of the TikTok generation here, where our attention spans are
we're
significantly
the Instagram
smaller.
Generation. We're the Instagram and Facebook generation. TikTok's for the youngs.
Same, but different. Same outcome, just different medium.
Yeah, we all have short attention spans.
Yeah, we are not like our previous generations in terms of being able to pay attention and having patience. That's for sure.
I also can't watch ads.
Oh, I get so annoyed with ads, but I like to have ads on the podcast.
Of course, yeah.
Again, that's another thing where I'm a raging hypocrite. I don't want people to skip through our ad.
No, please listen.
Like skip through ads. All right, so first one up on the new Music Friday Country Spotify playlist, and our new segment, Judge a Book by Its Cover. Justin Moore, and the name of the song is Get Rich or Drunk Trying. I assume this is a kind of being clever based off of the rap song or rap album, whatever it was, Get Rich or Die Trying. So, thoughts before we play 5 seconds, fellas?
Look at Logan throwing out his rap knowledge. Look at him. I'm more
big baller shot caller. That's what I am.
I'm more distressed by the album title than I am the song title.
Stray Dog.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Very soft towards dogs. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. Justin Moore. I'm gonna say this in a political content, but I don't mean it this way. Justin Moore is like Donald Trump. Everyone has an opinion on him. You either love him or you hate him. I don't know many people that are in between on Justin Moore.
I don't love him or hate him. I like some of it.
Yeah, I'm kind of in between.
Really?
Yeah. Some bad, some's good.
I don't think he's like the greatest thing ever, but I also don't think he sucks. Like, I think he has songs that I'm not a big fan of. Like, one, Beta Hook, I'm not a big fan of. Yeah. I Could Kick Your Ass, I'm not a big fan of. But
I like that song because it's so over the top.
Yeah.
Like, my thing with Justin Moore is he has some really good songs, like Small Town USA.
Old Habits with Miranda Lambert.
Yes, he has some great songs. But then when he does songs like Backwoods, I'm like,
out in the backwoods, out in the holler.
You're towing the line where I know your twang is like legitimate, but I feel like you're embellishing it quite a bit. And that's where I get annoyed. I'm just like, ugh. But anyway, I'm not confident.
I'm not either. It's only because I know what the reference is or what they're trying to get you to invoke in your mind here with Get Rich or Drunk Trying. I'm not optimistic that I'm going to like this song just based off the song title.
Yeah, anything that's drunk in the title, I'm like, I'm hesitant.
Yeah. TA?
Oh, no, I have zero hope.
Short, sweet, and to the point. All right, let's listen to the first 5 seconds and see if we if our mind opens a little bit. Not gonna lie, a little bit. I don't mind the way that starts off. I didn't hear any program beats and hip hop inflections through at the intro, so I'm more apt to listen to it.
Song's great. He hasn't started singing yet.
Yeah.
So, is that banjo or is that acoustic guitar?
I'm going to have to listen to it again to be able to give you a better.
I mean,
that was a quick 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But yeah, get rich or drunk trying. All right, next up, Luke Bryan, But I Got a Beer in My Hand. I'm already major eye roll when I see that. I'll always say that I think Luke Bryan is a fantastic human being. So I don't want to dog on him as a person. But, like, he knows he's a commercial country artist. He's made a shit ton of money doing it, and I can't say that I blame him for it. But, you know, I've had I tend to, like, wince a little bit when I see song titles like this, especially from Luke Bryan.
Can't stand
once
Luke
again.
Bryan.
I'm not going to say that.
I can't stand him. He makes songs for liberal women who date Republicans.
I have no hope here again.
Yeah. Well, let's see what 5 seconds plays for us.
This is a Mad Libs for a Walker Hayes song.
I know. I already hate this. The snap tracks, the one scream 4 seconds in. Walker Hayes, good comparison, Kyle.
I got a bad taste in my mouth. Hey,
I'm not likely to revisit that one.
No,
Andy, was that your jam?
Oh no, that was horrible.
I might hate listen to that song. You know, people like hate watch YouTube videos. I might hate listen to that song, but
you might end up having to listen to that song anyways because of Bailey.
Oh, gosh. I'm not gonna get us off on a tangent, but Bailey often wonders why I put my headphones in when we take long car trips.
Big Booty Mix 37.
Yeah, she has like all 50 of them saved.
Ugh.
You know,
either way.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
she is a Nazi when she's not the DJ either. She's a tyrant.
It's like we've said many times. I remember her giving us a ride downtown in college when I was in Greenville visiting you guys, and she did not understand while we were on the way downtown. We wanted to listen to Alan Jackson. She's like, oh, why? And we're like, you're not even going. Why do you care?
It's midnight in Montgomery, too.
Exactly. And it was almost midnight, but we were in Greenville. But
we all right.
Next up, Mackenzie Porter. I can't say that I know who Mackenzie Porter is. Don't think I've ever heard a song of hers, but this one's called Chasing Tornadoes. Initial thoughts on the song title?
I'm hopeful on this. I've never heard of her before. I like the song title.
It's interesting. It says a lot, but also doesn't.
I'm with you on this. I'm very optimistic about this. Like, this seems to be something that would be up my alley. Now, let's see what the intro sounds like. Yeah, I'm going to listen to that.
Yep.
It kind of is that middle toe line between more slick back, but also kind of a radio single.
Mm-hmm. I can tend to kind of like that stuff. As much as I love independent music and love stuff that's a little bit more gritty, I still do like the kind of like slicker, neo-traditional leaning country sounding pop country. I do like that stuff. And this kind of gives me that kind of feeling, like you said, Kyle. So yeah, I'll have to bookmark that one. I definitely will come back to that one.
Yeah, that one's interesting. It's a good song. It's a good title because it doesn't tell you the entire plot of the song in the title like the first two we did.
Right.
So interested.
All right, next up, this is a interesting collab here. We have Chris Janson, the Buy Me a Boat guy, America's National Treasure, Dolly Parton, and Slash. I don't know what to expect with those three on a song. I hate the song title, 21 Forever.
I know the song's about already.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, 21 Forever. It's talking about getting old. You're not that youngin' anymore.
But see, like, I hate the fact that this song makes me think that it's about wanting to stay young forever. Everybody's obsession with wanting to stay young forever is kind of annoying. I point back to the old Easton Corbin song, Someday When I'm Old. I love the way that song starts because it goes, someday when I'm old, I'm going to park wherever the hell I want to. I was like, there are some benefits to being old. But Americans have an obsession with wanting to be, quote unquote, young forever. And that's title.
I look forward to being old because then I can go 15 miles an hour in a 45 and slow everyone down for work like they do for me. I ain't got nowhere place to be, so suck it up, Buttercup. It's one of my goals in life is to be about 75, going to get some breakfast at Oscars. Not a care in the world. Make everybody else late for work.
No, I'm with you on that, Kyle. Like, there's some benefits to being an old man.
I don't think this is going to be very good.
Dolly's part's going to be a banger. And it's going to have a wicked guitar solo. I'm just calling it right off the top. Chris Jansen, I don't know.
Well, let's see here. First 5 seconds. So it's like we have strings opening up. I don't really know what to expect with that. It doesn't push me one way or the other on this.
I get heavy vibes.
I didn't expect that.
What was that collab they did where like every country artist, like Ronnie Millsap, Blake they did it for the CMA Awards like 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
I know Country Roads. Yeah, they covered Country Roads. Yeah. That's kind of the vibe I get.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
I'm optimistic on Dolly and Slash, not so much on Chris Jansen.
I love Dolly. I won't say anything bad about her, but I'm the first 5 seconds neither hurts nor helps my chances of listening or liking this song. But
my chances weren't good from the get-go.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to the next one. If you remember the band Perry, they had a quick rise to fame, a very super fast crash and burn. They repackaged themselves like 3 different times, went really, really like emo gothic at one point, and then they went real pop, and with that, their aesthetics of like their photo shoots being yellow. Very, very strange what happened with them. They just disappeared. Do I know?
I don't remember any of this.
Oh, dude, I'll have to send you the article that breaks everything down. But it was like they had that big rise in popularity, right? Then they decided they wanted to make different music and be like kind of pop, and they repackaged themselves like three times, and then none of it worked, and they just disappeared. Well, apparently, I think they've split ways at this point as a band being together. Obviously, they're still siblings, but here we are, the lead singer. Oh yeah, it's like they're all Perrys, the band Perry. But Kimberly Perry, the lead singer, Andy, like you said, If I Die Young was one that was a good song they released back then. This is If I Die Young Part 2. So what's your thoughts on the song title?
I'm hopeful based off of the original because I really like that song.
Kyle?
I mean, she's obviously the voice, so it's not like her brother or whatever who's doing the guitar is singing this. So I guess I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt.
I'm with you guys on that. I'm optimistic for this just because I liked If I Die Young. So
sold.
I'm in. But I will say, I'm cautiously in.
I love the fiddle.
I couldn't. I love that too. But I couldn't tell because we couldn't go far enough into the vocal if it was going to be a rhythmic kind of pop vocal or not. Mm-hmm. And if it is, it's going to ruin it for me. I already know it. But I'm optimistic, cautiously. But I'm optimistic.
My opinion's still unchanged.
Andy, I would have never pictured you to like that song. That
song's very well written.
Kyle, in high school, if you walked into the computer lab, Andy was either listening to If I Die Young or any song by Chris Young at the time.
Well, Chris Young was great back then.
He was, but
he was
Andy
great.
always was playing Chris Young.
He was fantastic.
It was Pandora. I didn't have control over it.
You had YouTube. You had the YouTubes.
Yeah, but
I was listening to Pandora though. And as soon as Chris Young came on, I knew Logan was about to walk through the door.
Whenever I would leave like midway through Spanish class and just go to their study hall and hang out for a little bit. And Andy would just like every time I walked in, I was like, "Listen to Chris Young again." He goes, "I swear, this is only when you walk in the door."
Hey, Logan, you're like his parents. Whenever you watch a movie, and of course, the only time they walk in your room is like when there's like a super violent scene or like a sex scene. You're like, it's the only time they walk in.
What is this that you're watching?
Yeah, you're watching the perfectly normal movie, and that's the only time they walk in.
That reminds me, as a quick aside before we go to the next one, my mom, I talked to her the other day, and she told me that. Well, I mean, I talked to her quite a bit, but she said that Co Wetzel came up in her Spotify playlist when she was sitting on the porch, and she goes, "He's kind of rough, isn't he?" And I said, "What do you mean?" She goes, "I mean, the language he uses in his music is crude." And I'm like,
it doesn't get better.
I was like, Mom, I'm going to be honest. He's a rocker and he doesn't really make music for moms and grandmas. But I was cracking up because my mom was like, "He's kind of rough, isn't he?"
Susan rocking the Spotify. My parents still don't know how to use it.
I got her on Spotify because she wanted to be able to listen to Luke Combs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
My mom loves Luke Combs.
I can see that. I can totally see that.
But needless to say, she was not a Co Wetzel fan.
Could you imagine we took old Susan to a show?
Oh gosh, she would not like Co Wetzel show. Not at all. But anyways, next song. I don't know Spencer Crandall or Shaylin, and I don't know what to think about the song title because song title is "To Be Continued." Ellipsis or ... That's what
that's called. Okay.
Yeah. So, initial thoughts.
This is going to be a 5-second one for me because I like the song title, but I'm not actually that hopeful it's going to be what I want.
My thoughts are to be continued.
Yeah, I don't really know because I don't know what they're continuing. So the context is not there. I don't like it.
Nope.
Sounds like something I would hear on country Christian radio.
It does kind of have some CCM vibes.
Mm-hmm.
This one ain't gonna be good.
It's not. Yeah, it's not gonna be my thing. Just by the intro.
Yeah, I hear his radio or whatever the one out of Raleigh is. Yep, that's what I hear.
Yeah, K-Love.
Yep, that's it.
All right, so next one up, Adam Doliak. I've heard of the name. I know I'm not a huge fan of a lot of his music. It's a little bit on the pop country side, if I'm remembering correctly. Song title is interesting to me. Wrong Side of a Sunrise. What say you?
I actually agree. I've never heard of this guy, but based off of his name, I was kind of thinking I'm not going to like it, but I like the song title, but I don't think I think I'm going to be out after 5 seconds.
I have no idea. I'm starting to be wary of song titles that are also album titles. So it's the hits.
Kyle's not a big title track guy. Well, let's see here. Little bit slick, pop country kind of sound, but I'll give it a chance.
I could see I'm not out on the 5 seconds, but I feel like the vocals they're going to go with that is going to put me out.
Same. I just feel like it's going to be like sexy time, kind of like, you know, that trend that went through radio that I didn't really love. I'll give it a chance based on the 5 seconds.
The song, I bet, starts with a whisper in the mic.
Oh, gosh.
I just have a hunch.
Yeah. That wouldn't surprise me. All right. A couple more to go. Dalton Dover. Haven't ever listened to Dalton Dover, and so, but the name is, of the song is "I Wouldn't Be Here." I don't mind that. I'm my antennas perked up.
I like Dalton Domino, the other Double D. I like the song title.
That's the only Double D's you like?
That's not true, but I'm almost certain this song is he's gonna be at a bar, and he wouldn't be there if he didn't get his heart broke.
Which is driving a song right down Logan DeBerry's taste lane.
But I don't think it's going to be pulled off well.
Probably, yeah.
I'm interested. Is that a woman on the album cover?
That could throw. You're correct. It looks like a mom holding a newborn. So Andy, you could be wrong about what it's about.
Yeah. Oh, it could be. And those are the ones that I like when I'm wrong like that.
If this is context clues, boy, this could be a really deep song. It's a title track. This could be really deep. I'm curious.
Kyle just did an about face on his title track. Take one song in.
No, the album cover has completely shifted my view.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I didn't look at that. Fair. That now I'm a little interested.
Well, let's see 5 seconds. Like what I hear.
Yes, same.
Yep. Yeah, I'll have to listen to that one out.
I got a feeling that's going to be a bummer.
Yeah,
I got a feeling.
or it being like a song about having kids or something like that.
This one's going to come down to what the song's about.
Yeah, and how well it's pulled off.
Yeah, I'm very curious on this one.
Subject matter and execution. I am too. So we'll have to add that one on there to something we'll check out. All right, next up, Trey Lewis, the Dick Down in Dallas guy. He's back with another song called Up Yours. I'm going to listen to it because I just want to hear what his follow-up is going to be to Dick Down in Dallas. I'm going to, even regardless of what the 5 seconds sounds like, I'm going to listen to it because I just am curious.
I'm going to sit this one out because I've heard it.
Okay.
I have issues with this guy now, strictly because he played after Colby Cooper and made us miss Colby Cooper, and then played a bunch of covers and played Dick Down in Dallas for 15 minutes.
That's a crime.
I don't think I'm going to forgive him for that.
That's a crime that he played after Colby Cooper.
I know he should have been the opening. No disrespect to Trey Lewis, but he should have been the opening act, Colby Cooper in the middle act. And Andy is not wrong where he said he repeated the chorus for Dick Down in Dallas at the end 7 times. And I'm not even being hyperbolic.
I love how phonetically you said hyperbolic.
I may have pronounced
I love how you said it every syllable textbook. I like that. It's
I may have mispronounced it. I don't know.
No,
I think it's hyperbolic.
I think you're right. But either way, I may have said it wrong. 5 seconds. Trey Lewis, Up Yours. I don't hate the way it sounds, but I kind of have an idea where this is going. Hope it's
your idea is not wrong.
Yeah.
Haven't forgiven
This is a book you can judge by the cover.
Yeah, you know where it's going.
It's not listen to it.
It's not a very deep book.
Probably not. I'm still mad at him.
This is a book with pictures. All right. Got 2 more for you, and then we'll switch to our last topic of the day. But this one's Drew Green. I'm not familiar with Drew Green, and it's called Prayer List. I'm curious what this is about.
I think this is going to be a subject matter song as well.
Yeah.
I concur.
All right, let's see. Interesting.
Predictable opening.
Yeah, I mean, it's neither here nor there. You know what I mean?
Probably a little less optimistic, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
sounds like I thought in my head.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a song that's probably not going to be bad, but it's probably not going to make a huge impact on me either.
I can see this song getting sang by the person at church on a Sunday.
I mean, it sounds like something you could hear from like Mercy Me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then again, I listen to that kind of music every morning, so maybe
if you like that music, you should listen to Seventh Day Slumber. Great band.
Oh yeah. I listen to them.
Great band.
Mm-hmm. They show up in my morning Christian music mix quite often, actually.
Yes,
all right, last one. We'll roll it out with this one's an explicit label, and the name of the album is Greatest Show on Dirt. This is all interesting. Megan Patrick, and the name of the song is Red Roses and Red Flags. I'm interested.
I'm pretty interested because I'm assuming it's going to be a lady. There's an explicit label, and I like the song title. Greatest Show on Dirt could be from the PBR, which would mean it's probably going to be more of a rock song, I would think. So my ears are perked, whatever you say.
Yeah, I just have a feeling it's not a rock song.
I think it's either going to be really rock or really rodeo, but I'm leaning towards rock because of the explicit label.
I don't know. It's hard. You don't hear a lot of female rockers anymore.
What if Red Roses and Red Flags is about being a buckle bunny or being a wife of a rodeo man?
A what?
A buckle bunny.
Oh, okay. I thought you said a muggle bunny. I was like, the fuck is that?
I wouldn't know what that is.
I know. Okay. A buckle bunny. Okay. So that's like a girl that chases cowboys.
Yeah.
Chasing
rodeo men.
Okay.
The winner. This is the girl that sleeps with the winner every event.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Learn something new every day. I just got a feeling it's not a rock song. I could be 100% wrong.
All right.
I got a feeling it's going to be real country.
See what direction it takes.
Oh, I was wrong.
So I think this takes a country rock approach. I don't think it's going to be neither hard rock nor hardcore country.
That's kind of. I think
it's going to be
like Texas rock, I guess.
I will 100% listen to this.
Yeah, I'm definitely listening to it. I was listening to it almost no matter how this first 5 seconds went, unless it was really bad.
Yeah, unless it started hitting a bunch of program beats. But yeah, so let us know, what are your thoughts on judging songs? What are some songs you've judged that you've gotten wrong? What are just some, do you do this often? I think the answer for most people is yes. But, that concludes Judge a Book by its Cover. All right, going into the main event here. We had been talking about doing this for a week or two, and we like to cover. We essentially cover the artists we like on the show, right? And some of those artists have gone from take Parker McCall. He's gone from playing to a few hundred people when Andy and I first saw him a few years ago to now he's selling out thousands of tickets at small amphitheaters. We'll still cover Parker, but Parker's no longer in that up and coming kind of, on the way up kind of level in the music scene anymore. He's a bona fide star. There have been others that are like Zach Bryan, bona fide star. And then there are those like 49 Winchester who a year ago would have easily fit in on this list, but now they're playing on national televised shows, like talk shows. So we want to identify 5 artists. I've got 5. Andy's got 5. Kyle's got 5 that we all think are artists that you should watch, artists that you should know that are kind of below where that 49 Winchester is now. They may have some traction. They may have some numbies on TikTok or Instagram, but they're not like household names yet. They're not even household names always in the independent scene, but just 5 artists that we like that we think people should be listening to. So we'll start at 5, go around table. Kyle, if you want to kick it off with your 5th on your list.
Yep. So I'm going to go with 49 Winchester, or as you said, if that doesn't count, but they are the band that, for me, came out of left field. You just threw them in a playlist one day, and I was hooked. Love their record. I believe they're from the western part of Virginia, not too far away from us. They slap.
Yeah,
I think they're going to. I'm sure they're touring. I don't know if they're on tour with anyone, but it's not going to be long before they transition from the opener to the main act, in my opinion.
No, I mean, like you said, I like that pick. They've gotten some traction here lately, but I'm with you 100% that they are fantastic. I think the 49 Winchester, if people don't know them, and, Wild Kyle, the three of us may know them and think, they're a big deal. A lot of our friends don't know them.
No, that's right. Yeah.
But I think a lot of our friends would like them if they would listen to them. So I like that pick. Andy?
I got Sean David for number 5. It sounds all over the place, but we've done several of his songs before. I like pretty much everything he's put out. It's kind of down my alley. I've been listening to him a fair amount lately, so he's worth checking out.
Yeah, that's another artist I need to listen to probably a little more, because I've heard 2 or 3 of the songs you've sent us, but I haven't done a dive into his discography yet. So, and Andy, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't he have a wildly different sounds depending on the song?
Yeah, it can vary. It's varied quite a bit. So we'll see how that we'll see how that shakes out. But
Sean David, number 5 for me, I have Lauren Watkins.
Damn,
that's fair.
Yeah, Lauren Watkins, she's in her early 20s, young girl who is just released an album not too long ago that I think is it's a very, very solid debut album. I love her vocal. Well, I tend to love female vocalists that have a little bit of a rasp in there, have a little bit of edge in their lyricism. Her lyrics are very, very heavily focused on college age and right out of college age kind of themes, which I can appreciate even though I'm a few years past that. Ole Miss grad. I think her songwriting is really catchy with some clever hooks. In some ways, it kind of reminds me of some early Casey Musgraves in their writing style. But yeah, I'm interested to hear more music from Lauren Watkins.
Mm-hmm. I get heavy. I know I said it when we covered her album a week or 2 ago. I get heavy Runaway June vibes from her.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's fantastic, and I'm pissed that you took her because she was number 4.
Well, you can use her.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but what I'm going to do is just concede my latest selection to Logan, and I'm going with a band you guys actually turned me on to probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's them Dirty Roses. Man, these guys just rock, bro. I am in love with this band. I've been listening to them nonstop. They're from Odessa, Texas, I think, and they just rock, man. They slap. No, are they from Odessa, or is that Treaty Oak Revival?
I think Treaty Oak Revival is from Texas. I think they're from Alabama.
Okay, yeah, them Dirty Roses, man. They slap. Yep. I'm sorry if I've made that confusion. Yeah, yep. Them Dirty Roses, man. Them
Dirty Roses, fantastic. Yeah, I love them. It's kind of like that good mix of kind of a newer strand of Southern rock, but with some grungy, post-grunge kind of influence in as well. Depending on the song. I really like that record too. So yeah, I like that pick.
Yeah, and that was 100. I don't know if it was you or Andy that sent me the first song by him, but yeah, I was hooked from the jump, as they say.
Good pick, Andy.
They are good. I know Logan's got this one on his list. My number 4 is Wyatt Flores. He's got, to me, somewhat of a unique sound to me, and his writing style is a little unique, and his voice is kind of unique. It's different. I'm a little surprised, not because he's great. His numbers are better than I would have expected. I wouldn't have expected. I generally think people have a lot of people have kind of shitty taste, so I didn't expect people to really for him to have this good of numbers. Yeah, kind of a lot of times, but he's got really good numbers and he deserves it. His songs are really good, and one of my favorite things about it too is he doesn't have an album, but I guess you'd still call it album art. His album art is awesome. It's like kind of Grateful. It's like Grateful Dead-ish, but way cooler.
It's kind of trippy.
I love Wyatt Flores, so I'm gonna withhold my comments until I get to him on my list there. But I wholeheartedly endorse that pick. Number 4, I have Mason and the Gin Line. Yes. Mason and Gin Line, been guests on this show. They're really cool dudes. Band out of West Texas. Their most recent record, Sangre, was fantastic. We talked about that a few episodes back. Heavily recommend these guys if you don't already listen to them. But you can't go wrong with the boys out of Lubbock. So Mason and Gin Line.
Yeah, they're very good. I can't say enough good things about them. So my next one is actually the one I actually got confused last time. It's going to be Treaty Oak Revival. Just covered them a few weeks ago. Another band out of Odessa, Texas. Man, they're so good. Fantastic album art. I'm assuming it's the equivalent of a strip club neon sign. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, man, they're really good.
Yeah, I love some Treaty Oak Revival.
Fantastic name too.
Oh yeah. As I said with Wyatt Flores, they're on my list, so I'll withhold my comments until
Same here.
I get to it. All right, Andy.
Number 3, I got Slade Coulter. We've covered him before. I didn't listen to his album when it came out. I got it in November. I didn't listen to this until, I don't know, maybe a month ago. I love this album. I love the writing of it. I love the sound of it. It's like, I don't know what genre it would be because it's not super rocky, but it's not country either. I really like his sound. His voice fits the sound so well. It's just, I'm really looking forward to more Slade Coulter, and everybody else should be as well.
Retweet.
Yeah, I like that pick too. Big fan of Slade. Number 3 for me, I have Megan Moroney. Everything about Megan Moroney, I love it. The album art was good. The record she just released, Lucky, was fantastic. I love her voice. She has a little bit of that rasp in there, like I say, like with female vocalists. She's had me ever since I first heard Hair Salon. I think that song is exceptional. There are moments of exceptional songwriting on this new record. This record coming from a 25-year-old who's on a major label releasing her debut LP. The sound of it is just a good telling sign that the country sounds are back within the mainstream, because you have a debut record from a young artist that is getting some traction, putting out an album that is this country. Big fan of Megan Moroney. Can't wait to keep listening to the album that just came out and for other music that'll be coming out in the future. Highly recommend her.
I feel like she's obviously it's not accurate. I just feel like she's already up. Like that's just a done deal that she's going to be a superstar.
Yeah, I feel like she's going to be a big star for sure.
Megan Moroney, along with a couple other people, are just proof we won the fight.
At least for now.
I mean, like if you just listen to country radio, it is much closer to 2005 than it is to 2012.
Very true.
So we may not have won the war, but we certainly won the battles.
Yeah. It's definitely better than the Florida Georgia Line era when we were in college.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, we're making serious progress. So I think there's hope.
Retweet that.
My next pick, I'm staying in that Texas rock scene. I'm sure they're getting pretty damn close to blowing up, in my opinion. That's Geo and the Hired Guns. Everyone should know them. I always want to say Geo and the Hired Handguns. It's Geo and the Hired Guns. One, they have one of the best album art and album titles I've ever seen, Tejano Punk Boys, which is just fucking awesome. That album is epically good, front to back. We had Gio on the podcast. Cool ass dude, man. Nothing bad to say. I mean, he's just a rock star. And they have some fucking awesome music videos. So I mean, there's a bunch of cool ass dudes, and I think they're on the verge of being a household name.
They just signed with a major label too.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. Get on the train while you can. You can be one of those people that's a hipster and be like, "Oh, I knew them before they were big," and hates everything. So,
hey, and if you want to learn some more about Giovanni and the Hired Guns, you can check them out with our interview with him here on Country and Cold Cans.
That's true.
But yeah, I like that pick.
Solid pick. I got number 2. I got Dylan Wheeler. I said that weird. Dylan Wheeler. I really liked Broke Ass Kid when that came out in 19.
Yep.
And then I liked Bad Bitch just because I liked the song title. I like the sound of it, but the song
I like
wasn't.
Bad Bitches.
Lyrically, the song wasn't fantastic.
He's like, I like Bad Bitch because I like bad bitches.
I skipped over his album that came out last year. I didn't listen to it, and I don't think I even knew it came out. It popped up on a app, like Spotify started playing it, and I really like his album that came out last year. It's a rock album the album has attitude to it. Like the way I like the subject matter of the album, and the attitude that he performs it with is just spot on in my book. And there's just some Shines Through is a prime example. That song is fantastic. It's stellar song. I've been pretty hooked on this album since I found it. So this is a definite rock album to listen to.
I like that album a lot too, and Shines Through 100%, bro. That song is fantastic. Good commentary on people's relationships and how they want to give a different appearance on the internet than what is actually happening behind closed doors.
And the way he takes the idea of like painting a picture and like carries that through the song is just so well done. Fantastic.
Oh yeah. All right, so number 2 for me is probably what has been my favorite band recently, and that's Treaty Oak Revival. Love that record that came out in 2021, No Vacancy. Just highlight songs that I sent it to my older brother, who has a kid now, so he can't go and listen to as much new music as he used to. So I was like, I think you're gonna like these guys. It's a good mix of rock with country. I think it'll be up your alley. And I sent him Missed Call, Postcard, and Irish Goodbye, and then the single they put out, Stay Tuned. I think those are all fantastic songs, but there's not really a bad song on that record. I'm telling you, man, the line, Andy, from Postcard, where it's like, you said go to hell, I said I'll send you a postcard. I just love that. That's Chef's Kiss.
Yeah, Chef's Kiss.
So Treaty Oak Revival, definitely you got to check these guys out. I know they're opening select dates for Co Wetzel right now. I think they're actually opening for Co in Fort Worth here in June, early June. But yeah, Treaty Oak Revival, got to check those guys out.
So, my number 1, this is where I added 2 that I am not entirely sure they make their criteria, because they may be over the line that we had discussed. Number 1 is Austin Meade. The other, that's 1B. 1A is Hayley Whitters. Do they make the cut?
Austin Meade for sure.
Austin Meade for sure, and I think that we can sign off on Hayley Whitters just because while she's getting some attention, not enough attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, she's fantastic, man. Yeah, I loved her last album. I think I had it at number 3 in my album of the year last year. We're just continuing the love on this show of love for female artists, man. 100%. And Austin Meade, at
least me and you are, Kyle.
Yeah, that's right. I love the song Neon, man. That is like one of the. It's a perfect country it's a perfect mainstream country song from a female artist. It doesn't get much better than that for me. And Austin Meade, he's just a rock star. I think his song he did with Co, along with a few other ones, everything he's come out recently is all bangers. So I'm very rock heavy on my list. But I think all of those people are about to blow up, in my opinion.
Some good people on your list, that's for sure.
Well, my number 1 is already out, but it's definitely Treaty Oak Revival. To keep it short and simple, I'm gonna throw around some big words. This is the most excited I've been about a group since Turnpike Troubadours before the self-titled album.
Woo!
Ooh,
I like it. I like it.
Mm-hmm. I was late to the Turnpike party, but that's a bold statement, Andy.
Andy, I'm 100% clipping that and putting it on Twitter because I like that. I like that take.
Those guys.
I'm with you on that.
I am so like the fact that I've missed No Vacancy till now. I listened to that. I don't even want to know how many times I've listened to that album. They are so good.
Yeah, they are.
And they're open.
It's perfect sound.
The tickets they're playing on too is just, they're opening some for some good names, and those are going to be some killer shows.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, I would be, not opposed to maybe trying to go to Fort Worth to see Treaty Oak and Co, and then head over to Co Wetzel's Riot Room afterwards.
He has a room called the Riot Room.
Dude, I'll have to send you the link after we get done recording, but he has a brand new bar out there that in Fort Worth that is like they have, I'm pretty sure they probably have enough room that they could have live music if they want it, but they have DJs. And then I'll just show you everything when we get done with this because it's going to be better than me trying to explain it. Mm. But definitely Co Wetzel's Riot Room just opened recently. Looks like it's a ton of fun. But Andy, love that pick. Treaty Oak Revival. I'm with you on
okay. So I don't feel like such a poser because my favorite song is before their self-titled album. Okay, I don't feel like such a poser. Okay, as far as Turnpike goes.
Yeah.
Oh, before your favorites before the self-titled? Oh yeah, that's pretty common ish. Unless you're a Bird Hunters person.
Yeah, and there are people like I love the Bird Hunters, but I don't think it's their best song. But
no, I'm not Bird Hunters. My favorite song's on the Goodbye Normal Street.
Oh yeah. Their second, but technically third record. But
yeah.
So I'll close it out with my number 1, and that is Wyatt Flores. I am really excited for this guy. I have been listening to nothing but Wyatt Flores over the last couple days. I got back. I had listened to him a while back. I liked it. Got back into him recently when he released Ain't Proud, which is a fantastic song. A new song that's coming from his upcoming project.
Anger.
Oklahoma native. I believe he now lives in Nashville. But Losing Sleep, Please Don't Go, and Traveling Kid are all straight up jams. Losing Sleep has been probably my favorite so far. The first line I love it when a song has a chorus that has a first couple lines that just grab me. And this song definitely is one of those because it goes, well, I guess you didn't mean it when you said that you loved me. I'm a fool for blaming it on bad timing. Like, I love that. His sound is fantastic. It's a good marriage between country influences and rock and roll. And Andy, you said it about his voice. There's a uniqueness to his voice where it doesn't sound like you hear him and you know that's Wyatt Flores. And I'm very excited for the upcoming project that he's going to be releasing. Ain't Proud, new single. Definitely go listen to that one because that is a fantastic song. But yeah, Wyatt Flores, number 1 on my list. So
yeah, he's very good.
That concludes our 5 artists. Technically more if you count all of us, but 5 artists that we all like, that we think people should know, people should listen to. I'll get the guys to send me their list. We'll put it in written form on the blog. For those of you that don't like listening to podcasts, you won't hear this, but you might see it on the website. But anyways, they're all fantastic artists. Definitely, I think a lot of them are on track to blow up and get a lot bigger, like Kyle said, as we are moving forward here. But definitely check out these artists. They're definitely worth your time. But and then, like we said, check out the website countryandcoldcans.com for blog content and merch. We have hats and t-shirts that are available. And then, in the description of this podcast, there is a link that says click here to leave us a voicemail. Do that. Tell us what you think about these artists. Who are some people that you think people need to know, or people that we need to know that we didn't name? We always I'm one of those people. I like to be out there and finding new artists. So if there's somebody that is just getting started that we don't know, send it to us. Definitely would love to hear some more music. Then be sure to give us 5 stars and a great review on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Amazon. For this episode of Country and Cold Cans, I'm Logan, sitting here with Trucker Andy and Kyle. See you next time.
Take care, guys.